So sometimes you'll go to jobs where it's something that you've never ever seen before, never ever dealt with before, but it seems really easy, straightforward, and this is exactly what we've got with this little job here. It's an outside tap with a hot and cold feed to it, but it's the sort of, don't know, never seen one. Let me know in the comments if you've seen one of these before, because I haven't. This is what we've got, this little outside tap. Obviously hot on the left, cold on the right has been switched round. Don't know why. I'll have a look under the kitchen sink and see what's going on with it. But the customer has managed to find an exact replacement for it with the pipes already attached to it, because that's how it comes. But yeah, he's found another one of them, God knows where from. So what we've got to do is take this out, disconnect it under the kitchen sink, take it out, replace it, and also swap this hose reel out. So A, let me know if you've seen one of these before, and B, fairly straightforward, never done it before. Let's have a look and see how easy it is. Right, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is well. It's a short and sweet Sunday evening video, this one. Let me know, out of interest, if you prefer the short sort of 10, 15 minute videos, or you prefer the sort of 20, 25 minute long videos that I do. The reason this one's quite short is because I was between jobs when I filmed this, and this one sort of cropped up. I hadn't had it booked in. It was someone over the road from a job that I was doing, and they asked me if I could switch this because it's in the van and that outside. So just fitted it in, and it's really interesting. I'm glad I've done it actually, because as you may have seen, I'm not sure what I showed you at the start of it, but as you may have seen, or no, in fact, what you will see, I know I haven't showed you, what you will see is the actual outside tap itself is a twin one. It's hot and cold. But the way it's made and structured, because I open it up, I cut it out and open it up and show you exactly why it's got these big long pipe legs on it. It's a really interesting thing, and it makes perfect sense. Basically, you can shut the water off to the tap. When you turn the taps off, it shuts off internally in the house. It doesn't shut off where the actual tap is outside. And like in the UK, we all know we have the outside taps with the check valves sometimes in them, which I think are rubbish ideas because they freeze up and blow. But yeah, we have the outside taps and the water shuts off where the tap is. So 9 times out of 10, the pipe work to it freezes. But this one is an American one. From all accounts, I put a little teaser on Instagram, and I had a lot of people from sort of Canada saying they had them there, and also a guy from Germany said they have them in Germany. But it's the first one I've ever seen in the UK. I do know there's a couple of other people on Instagram that have filmed these taps and put some content out on them. So yeah, it was a new one on me, really interesting, and I'm glad that I got asked to do this job, which goes as well for having your van sign written. Van sign written. The woman over the road was looking for a plumber, seen me, gave her a card after doing this job. So I assume I'm going to get, well, hopefully, touch wood, going to get all of her work moving forward. So hope you enjoy this video. As I said, it's a little bit of a shorter one. As always, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Drop me a comment below. Let me know if you've ever seen one of these taps, and let me know if you think it's a good idea, because I think they are. So first things first, underneath the kitchen sink, you can see it's got 2 isolation valves at the back. Now they're already turned off, so we'll leave them off. We'll get an adjustables in, get that undone. There's 2 little compression nuts at the top, so I think that little bit of pipe work can come out, and then we can pull the whole unit out from outside. So with those 2 feeds disconnected inside, we can now get this unit off here. And all it is, as you can see, is 4 screws at the top. Or is it 2 screws? No, it's just 2 screws at the top. So we get these out. So with them screws out, in theory, it should just slide out. There we go. So that's the old one. And that's the new one. It comes with the pre-made tails. They're a little bit longer. Now it says on the box over there, I'll show you in a minute, but it says not to cut these tails down. You shall see, because I'm not sure how it's going to work underneath the kitchen sink, but we'll offer it into position and see what it's like underneath the kitchen sink. But yeah, here you go. This is what it's got on the box. Freezerless wall faucet, so it's probably American. Yeah, because it comes from Colorado. Please note, the tails must not be cut down as this damages the internal valve. Well, it says it on the box, we better not cut them down. Let's offer it into position through the wall and go from there. What I am going to do though, with the one that we've taken out, even though it looks all right and it's been in, you know, there doesn't seem to be an issue with it, I am going to put some duct tape all the way over here just to protect it where it goes through the wall. So if we just slide that back in now, like so, and I'm going to get 2 new screws, brass screws, to go into there to hold that back to the wall, and we'll go inside underneath the kitchen sink and have a look just how far those tails poke out and how we're going to connect them. So we've got some paste on them, on the tails now. Let's get them connected back onto the back of the tap. If we can connect these back up, because the tails aren't sticking in that further out, I don't think. We may be able to get them, and we may not. What am I going to do here? Right, for some reason, while I was trying to connect these 2 up, it just completely slipped my mind that we had to switch it over. Anyway, all of a sudden it twigged in my head and I popped to the van, got the fittings, got my press gun, and we reconnected this up, but with the hot to the left and the cold to the right, as it should have been. For some reason, I must have turned my GoPro off while I went to the van and thought I had turned it back on, but I hadn't. But as you'll see in a minute, they are switched round. Right then, we've got this tap now fixed onto the wall. I've got the water on inside. I managed to switch the hot and colds round under the sink in there, and now we've got cold coming out that side and hot coming out that side. Now, when I was connecting it up, I noticed something quite interesting. I've never seen it before. So this is a freezerless water faucet or tap, or however you want to call it. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to make it out, but inside there is, the best way to describe it is, there's like a plunger that goes all the way to the end here, and then that's, when you turn the tap off, that's the bit that shuts off against the bottom of this bit, if that makes sense. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to, because I've never seen anything like this before, I'm going to cut this off and see if it helps explain what I mean. So let's cut this. Because you think, in theory, this is going to be sitting within the wall. This is the bit that's underneath the sink. I'm hoping this is going to show you what I mean. Oh yeah, there you go. Can I get it off? Oh. Right, there we go. I've got it off. So that sits, obviously that's how it is normally, and this bit here, when you turn the tap, this is somehow making the seal here. So it's not making the seal down this end, it's making the seal here. I've never seen anything like this before, but because it's American, I assume that's how they must do it over there. So if you're watching the channel and you're from America, let me know if that's the sort of tap, outside tap, that you fit, because I've never ever seen anything like that before, but it's a very good idea. So with that now running, hot water, and cold water. The customer wants me to swap this old hose lock out for the new one there. So easy enough, pull this out, take the front off, take the plate off, put the new one on and refit the new hose lock. So why have they not done the locks, the holes, in the same bloody place as the old one? They just make things so awkward. It's the same company, hose lock, same roll, Never mind. They're not even the same width. So let's get them marked up. So with that hose lock now on the wall, we'll put the attachment on the outside tap, put the connections on the actual hose itself. Easy enough, just a little nut that goes on there and that pushes right on, and just tighten it up. Hand tight, doesn't need to be over tightened, and then they'll work a treat. Clip it straight onto the outside tap like so, and then obviously do the other one where the end of the hose is going to sit. Now, keep watching because I messed up a little bit here. There's also a connection that goes into the hose reel itself, and I forgot to connect it. But anyway, this one just clips on the same, or tightens on the same as the other one, and then that's where the nozzle for the hose clips into it there. There we go, one hose lock reel fitted on the wall. Let's turn on. It's coming out of there, I've not connected it in there. So there we go, hose lock on the wall, tap connected. Let's turn it on. Pressurise up the hose reel with hot and cold, and then let's give it a little test. There we go. There we go. Job done. Hot and cold. So that's both coming through at the moment. Let's turn the hot off. That's just cold. There we go. Be ready for the paddling pool now. So if you come across one of those, they're fairly straightforward to fit, and they're quite good actually. Never seen one before. But yeah. Keep your eye out for one of them. And if you're in America, let me know if these are what you always fit. Because in the UK, they tend to freeze up in the winter because people don't shut them off underneath the kitchen sink. But this, the way that plunger sits internally, is a really good idea. Right, let's get packed up. On to the next one.